We were trying to do the red herring a little bit more in the original script, trying to really set up the fact that he might go with her. And then the more we ended up with it...
So we cut the movie, it was just... you just didn't buy it.
No.
Because they're so into one another. Exactly.
And that it should... We ended up landing on the fact that Margaret actually just feels like she's screwing up his life when she... That's later on down the road. But in this scene, this is one of those
This is one of the worst days of my life.
Oh, Pete. I think one of the worst was the other scene, but we'll get to that later. This scene was one of those things that's my fault, actually, that it was written a certain way. I had it in my brain that it was one way and never addressed it until we were on the set.
We rehearsed it, didn't we?
We didn't rehearse anything.
Well...
You mean on the day?
No, on the day.
Yeah, we did.
We rehearsed it in the morning because it was before lunch, and we left. So all this back and forth, all the dialogue that you're seeing here, none of that was in the script.
No.
When we came in. It was always a back and forth between the two of them. But, and we rehearsed it in the morning, and it was fine, and everybody was happy, generally.
Yeah.
And then we did it for real, and then there's this awful feeling when you do stuff for real, and you just know whether something's working or not. And it was death. It was awful.
We had a few scenes like that in the movie where on the page it was great, then we would rehearse it before we shot it. It was fine, and then when we go to shoot it, it was like, what happened? This is terrible.
Because we didn't get to rehearse anything.
Yeah, no. And so we took a 2-hour break while the crew sat and waited, and we rewrote the scene and got it to a place where we loved it because we wanted to have...
I mean, it was...
one-up.
It was Anne, myself, Ryan... Sandy and Todd.
Yep, and Todd.
One of our wonderful producers, and figured it out.
I thought he was seeing someone else.
Because we really wanted it to be like she's telling her side of the story, which is all flowery and girly, and he's trying to save face in front of all the people who know him and make it masculine.
There he was,
standing.
He's just horrified.
I remember Sandy brought up the idea of decoupage box. Was it
I brought it up.
You?
Yes.
Well, all I know is that somebody said decoupage box, and I was like, I have absolutely no idea what that is.
I know.
And then we were like, that's perfect because it's like secret code where women know about decoupage and guys, for the most part, sorry, I'm generalizing and being awful, have no idea what decoupage is.
No, you of all men would know what decoupage is. So if you don't know, then most men don't know.
I had no idea. And then
Rosie O'Donnell really brought decoupage into the forefront for women.
So then, in the scene, this is where this is all scripted again. This is all what we went in.
That's right.
But it was just the back and forth, masculine, feminine thing that we didn't have in the original thing. Before it was like two different versions. I can't remember what it was.
Kiss her, kiss her.
That's right. And that's Michael Mosley in the egging him on right there, Chuck, who was also in 27 Dresses. I love him.
And these kisses we shot, I want to say we shot a lot of them.
Well, especially the main kiss. The real main kiss was the trickiest one because I didn't want to tip it off too much because it'd be, oh, okay, we see it coming on so early. And you want to see it, but you don't want to be beat over the head with it. And
it's this fine line between how close can they kiss to have it be that you believe that there's a little